Daar's 'n uur in almal se lewens wanneer die dood jou in die gesig staar. As dit jou tyd is dit jou tyd, so praat ons. Maar daar's tog mense wat hulle lewens daaraan wy om ons tyd op aarde te verleng. Hulle staan tussen ons en die dood. Christian Barnard is legendaries. Die hartpionier bereik in die oggendure van 3 Desember 1967 letterlik binne ure wêreldroem. In hierdie reeks ontmoet ons die mense wat sy werk laat voortleef. Die wenspan is deel van 'n storie wat in midde van spanning in die komende weke gaan ontplooi. Ons span het 'n lewensdoel om hierdie wêreld 'n beter plek te maak deur lewens te red. Ons hoofkarakters is 'n projekbestuurder, 2 hartchirurge en 'n kinderchirurg. Hulle vorm die kern van 'n droomspan. Baie ander lede van die span en pasiënte neem ook deel.
So wat hierdie is, hoeveel? 200? Yes, dit lyk awesome. Ja, go. Yes.
Dit lyk so mooi.
En ons het regtig nie gedink sy was so siek soos wat sy eintlik was nie. Ons het regtig gedink daar sal tyd wees vir haar om haar te kry.
So die operasie op Amy is in 3 stappe gedoen. 3 aparte operasies. Die een baie gou nadat sy gebore is, anders sou sy nie oorleef nie. Waar die linker pompkamer, hierdie kamer wat die belangrikste kamer van die hart is nie ontwikkel nie. Dis klein, die wand is baie dik, maar dit kan nie ordentlik bloed pomp nie. So toe word die regter ventrikel ingespan. Deur dit in 3 stappe en deur 3 groot operasies te doen, word die sirkulasie wat eintlik aan die linkerkant moes gewees het, is nou aan die regterkant. En dit wat in die regter atrium moes ingaan, gaan sommer direk na die longe toe.
Daar is niks van gewone prosedures wat haar lewe kan red nie. Sy wag vir 'n hartoortplanting. Dit is ongelukkig so dat vir kinders skenkers baie selde beskikbaar raak. 'n Mens moet baie meer faktore in ag neem met kinders. 'n Mens kan nie net kyk na byvoorbeeld na die bloedgroep nie, maar mens moet ook kyk dat hulle grootte min of meer binne perke soortgelyk is aan die van die ontvanger pasiënt.
You know, we couldn't go to sleep at night without stressing about whether our daughter would actually wake up. So it was an exceptionally anxious time, but at that stage, we didn't realize how anxious the period was because we just, for 5 years, just carried on doing it. You know, it was a daily occurrence that we'd get our daughter to survive. I mean, when we were told at 20 weeks that she had a heart issue, we made a decision right there and then that we were going to do everything we could to make sure that, first of all, she lived a very normal, sort of natural life, and that we weren't going to stop fighting, man. It wasn't a matter of anything else but the fact that we would be positive and fight.
En ons het regtig nie gedink sy was so siek soos wat sy eintlik was nie. Ons het regtig gedink daar sal tyd wees vir haar om haar te kry. So dit, jy weet, alhoewel dit angstige tyd was, dit is nie, ek dink nie ons het die hele tyd daaroor gedink nie, elke dag was maar net, soos Michael sê, a fight to stay alive.
I think this time I actually had to travel up to Johannesburg on the Sunday. I had business in Joburg, and obviously Natasha was with Amy, and on the Monday morning, was it the Monday morning? On the Tuesday morning, I was actually in the car on the way to Pretoria to play golf day, and I got a call from Natasha, and the conversation was a bit of a shock to me, saying, "Babe, are you with anyone else?" And I said to her, obviously I'm in the car with 2 colleagues. Said, "Amy's heart stopped beating. They're working on her now, but I'll let you know what happens." So obviously I was in Pretoria. It was about 7 o'clock in the morning. It was the first time that when she was in hospital, I wasn't actually in the province or in the actual hospital, so it was quite a difficult time for me. And obviously I was concerned for Tash being there, having to go through that. But it was a big shock for me, and straight away I got to the Gautrain in Pretoria, and obviously keeping in touch with Tash along the entire way, and arrived at the Gautrain station in OR Tambo. And I remember it quite vividly because, and halfway down the escalators, she said to me, Amy's gone. And straight after that, and this is a really, really brave thing, and I actually want everyone to know this, because a lot of our endeavors over the last sort of 2 years is about helping people get organs, and the bravery and the decision making to be brave in those moments. And the moment after she said to me, Amy is gone, she said, but I've called the ODF, I've called the various coordinators, and in the self-same conversation saying that unfortunately none of her organs can be used because they were in such failure, but they said they could use her corneas. And for me, obviously I'm not a man that cries very easily. It was, first of all, it was, even though we had just lost our daughter, it was more so, it took the bravery of Tash, all right, through all of this to actually, we spoke the story for, months about organ donation. And there and then at that moment, our daughter had just passed away minutes before that, and she made the right decision to pick up the phone and say, our daughter will actually improve someone else's life. And I literally walked outside, and luckily my flight was delayed for 3 hours, and just cried my eyes out outside. And it was for a couple of reasons. I think primarily because obviously I got to say goodbye to my daughter before I went up to Johannesburg. I didn't know it was going to be the last time. The fact that she wasn't in pain anymore. I mean, the last 3 months before she passed, she was in absolute agony, but she still fought, and she still was Amy, and she still tried to make us happy and try to make us laugh. And I think because of Natasha's tough decision, and a decision I don't know if I could have made if I was there, it was just a hell of a lot happened there. So, this woman sitting next to me now making that decision, and it was a very difficult one. It kind of paid tribute to Amy's life. We got some feedback to say that Amy's corneas were transplanted, and 2 kids now have the gift of eyesight.
I remember someone explained it to me because I was angry that her life was cut short. I mean, you do go through those phases of being angry. And she said to me, it's like a library. Everyone's life is like a book in a library. Some books are skinny and some books are thick. And Amy's book was thin, but it was complete. She had completed her life, and she lived such a beautiful life. She really did. She wasn't an angel because she was grumpy, and she would shout at people. And I mean, you'll speak to Dr. Fossler, and she'll say the only way Amy greeted her was by going, eh. So Amy had a language of her own. She didn't.
Or Dr. Pribbett.
Or Dr. Pribbett.
Growl at him.
She would growl at them. So she wasn't nice to her doctors. But she had a beautiful life, and she gave us a beautiful life.
And Layla, our littlest, her and Amy were inseparable. They absolutely loved her, and they loved each other. And she speaks about Amy all the time, and she wants to see Amy, and she really believes she will see Amy one day, and I think she will. And she's of the firm opinion that our bull terrier Boris, who we had before Amy, that Amy and Boris are sitting in heaven, playing around and having fun, and one day she's going to go see them. So, yeah.
There's a shortage of all organs. no one organ is more short than the other. There's a worldwide shortage of organs. We cannot meet the demand no matter what we do.
You know what is on my mind at the moment is Palu.
Palu is on everyone's minds at the moment. So he was first referred to us a few months ago and done his full assessment for transplant, and he's ready for a transplant. The biggest difficulty we face is finding organs in general, but even more of a crisis, pediatric organs. This is a huge crisis for us in this country, I think worldwide as well. So that's our biggest challenge at the moment, is to find a suitable donor that matches Palu. So he's only 7 years old, so I'm not saying we're looking for only a 7-year-old child's heart, but we are looking for anything up to around 50 kilograms, and we'll even look at a teenager's or young adult heart, so long as it's the same size match, which is an O or an A blood group. And we are searching far and wide. The entire country is aware of his situation. All the coordinators throughout the country know about him, and pediatric organs will be referred to us immediately, knowing that he's on the waiting list and he's so urgent. We don't wish anyone to die, but in the event that someone has died tragically, we ask that their families would consider organ donation to help others in need. And that's the only way this child is going to get a heart. Morning, Otto. Good morning. Yes.
See you.
Fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Do you get the impression the last few weeks that there is a bit of an increase in awareness?
Oh, certainly. I certainly also feel that there has been an impact on the number of inquiries to the Organ Donor Foundation since the beginning of this particular program.
You are the chairman. Explain to me what, as chairman of the
Organ Donor Foundation.
Organ Donor Association, what do you do? How do you go about to...
It's purely an organisation. It's a non-profit organisation. It depends entirely on donations for its existence. It has a staff. We have a CEO, and we are represented in South Africa, in Cape Town. We are hoping to appear in Johannesburg and Durban. And it's purely an awareness organisation, explaining to people the importance of saying yes in the case of there being a potential catastrophe where a person could be a donor. And the amazing thing is that the real accent is on medical people who are dealing with trauma or dealing with intensive care units. Their awareness of when a person is a potential donor is very, very poor. And it's a constant effort to try and make people aware of the vital need. Telling people how many people are waiting for organs. There are about 4,500 people at any one time in South Africa needing an organ. Yeah.
And that is the strange thing of the story. You can't pray for somebody to die to get a heart.
And it's the same answer, is that somebody who's trying to promote organ donation is actually trying to promote death. And the answer is no, they're not. They're trying to create life where death has happened. And that's a very subtle difference, but that's putting, in my opinion, the right slant on it. The death that happens is out of our control, but that through that death, some people can benefit with the receiving of organs. That's the positive side. And that also helps people come to terms with death. I know quite a few people. Every year, the Organ Donor Foundation organizes a memorial service. And it's a coming together of people who have received organs or families who have been responsible for donating. And they sit in the cathedral here in Cape Town. And they don't know who they're sitting next to. They don't know if they're a recipient or somebody who gave. But they're there for that common word of thanks, of acknowledgement. I think the acknowledged problem that we have in the transplant branch of medicine is the very, very severe lack of donors. And the only way that we can improve that is improve awareness. And the awareness has got to be positive. In other words, the attempt by an organization like the Organ Donor Foundation, which is an awareness organization. They don't allocate organs, they don't procure organs, but they facilitate people saying, yes, this is a good thing. And, you know, amongst the slogans that they have, it's possible with one donor to save 7 lives. This was a painting that I think got second prize in an evening celebration in favor of organ donation, an oil painting, and it says so much. To me, I think is a fantastic demonstration of what organ donation is. Giving light, did that dying person give light, or is this the person that gives life to somebody who's dying?
As het komt dat die medicatie niet kan werken, gaan ik zo ver gaan als hartoorplanting, want ik wil mijn seun gezond hebben.
Ja, natuurlijk.
Ja.
Ja, natuurlijk. Ja.
En ik wil graag hij moet gezond wees en ik wil graag hij moet weer een normale leven leven. Van op die oomlik is het een dag is hij goed en een dag is het niet meer, gaan het niet baie goed. En dat is nice voor ons om zo te zien.
As 'n kind soos Paulo gedilateerde kardiomyopatie ontwikkel, om nou die groot mediese woord te gebruik, en sy hart het nou vergroot, dan vra mens, hoekom het die hart vergroot? Want voor Februarie vanjaar was hy 'n gesonde, normale seentjie. Nou, daar kan verskeie redes wees, maar mens sou dink, of die waarskynlikste rede by Paulo is waarskynlik omdat hy een of ander infeksie gehad het, wat die hartspier aangetast het. Want wat mense nie altyd besef nie, en ons skryf so baie daaroor, is dat 'n griepvirus, 'n verkoue virus, enige virus of 'n erge infeksie, kan soos wat hy jou lyf seer maak en jy met lyfseer in die bed lê, so kan dit ook in jou hartspier ingaan en jou hartspier seer maak en permanent beskadig, veral as jy te gou aktief raak nadat jy griep gehad het of 'n virusinfeksie. So dis, ons vermoed, of Dr. Andrag vermoed, dat Paulo waarskynlik een of ander infeksie opgedoen het, wat dan sy hartspier so uitgerek het en baie swak gemaak het.
Dr. Chris Barnard se familie beplan 'n fees vir familie en vriende. Sy kleinseun Tiaan gaan trou.
En o ja, ons moet vir die DJ nog bel, né?
Ja, jy moet dit asseblief maandag doen. Ek dink dit is baie goed en dis nice dat hy naby is. Want wat as jy party tot 3 uur aanhou?
Gaan jy 3 uur maak?
Maklik. Gaan die grootste party van jou lewe wees, ons moet 3 uur maak.
Nie te veel speech wine drink nie, né?
Nie vir my kyk nie. Ek is die een wat so baie moet speech drink.
Ons soek speeches kort en kragtig. Hulle almal dink dat jy is cheers. Let's party. Ja, ek dink eet en dan die dansvloer open.
Soos die
Maar nie onmiddellik na ete nie.
Ja.
Kos net so 'n bietjie sap en dan kan die mense boogie.
Ja, sien, ek dink ons moet dan dalk 'n bietjie later trou. Want kan jy imagine as ons 6 uur klaar foto's geneem het, instap, speeches 7 uur klaar maak?
Ja, dis presies, mense gaan dan uitgepas wees van die honderde.
Ja.
Ek weet ek vir een sal op my kop gestaan het van honger wees.
Okay, so do we do 3 then? 3 bells.
Skryf dit 1 uur later.
Ja. Want ek wil nog steeds 2 ure saam met die mense chill.
Ek's game, dit is my trou, my jou trou.
Dit is my trou.
My trou. Jou trou.
Ons troue.
Dis ons troue.
Tiaan het vir Michelle ontmoet. Sy was mos hy was oor see en toe kom hy terug tot hy nooit eintlik 'n vaste meisie gehad het. En was hy nie gelukkig om Michelle te ontmoet nie. Hulle is soveel dieselfde. En ek sien uit vir haar, sy's 'n vreeslike familiekind. En sy sal so goed inpas met die familie, né?
Ja, ek dink ook so. Ek dink hy het of teen die tyd, want hy weet hy die meisie van sy drome ontmoet, so en hulle kom goed reg en ek is baie bly die manier waarop hulle met mekaar omgaan en wederzijds respek wat 'n mens kan sien in hulle verhouding.
En altyd lief vir sport.
En laat hulle mekaar weet ook hulle eie ruimte gee.
Ja.
En dit is so belangrik as mens moet dink na al die uitdagings wat jong mense veral in hulle lewens ondergaan. So ek is baie bly dat die tweeetjies by mekaar is. Ek dink dit gaan 'n skitterende verhouding wees. Jy sien wat vir my interessant is dat jonger generasie lyk vir my as gevolg van omstandighede in die wêreld trou later. Ons as 'n vorige generasie het baie vroeër getrou. As jy dink ons ouers het omtrent by ouderdom van 18, 19, 20. Ons het in ons middel tot laat 20s getrou en die volgende geslag lyk my trou of nooit nie. Of as hulle trou is dit relatief laat in terme van ons wyse van sien en dit is hier by 3, 4, 35.
Daar opstap en dan wil ons daar bo laat die tafel en snacks en alles.
Ja, hier is so. Maar dit moet ons van brele voorgebruik.
Wie die wonderlikste ding is dat ons eintlik niks met die reëlings te doen nie. So ek dink ons stresvlakke is omtrent 0. Daar's hier en daar een of twee dinge waarby ek en Deidre betrokke sal wees, maar andersins is dit is ons maar soort van net ook 'n gas by die troue.
Hulle is goeie organiseerders hulle twee.
Dit is een ding wat ek vir hulle moet gee. Hulle organiseer 'n ding tot die nste detail wat ek nooit in my lewe kan doen nie. So ek is baie rustig oor dit want ek weet hulle is twee vasvatters en ek en Deidre gaan net saam na 'n lekker partytjie toe.
So wat hierdie is, hoeveel? 200. Yes, dit lyk awesome. Ja, go. Yes.
Lavie, dit lyk so mooi.
Dit lyk awesome, hè?
Kyk, hulle het nou nog nie die regte houttafels in nie, nê? Dis hoekom hulle tafel dit oorsit, maar ons gaan houttafels.
Maar hierdie lyk ook nog wel beter as like daai wat ons gedink het om dit so te sit.
Nee, ons gaan dit nie so sit nie. Ons gaan dit soos in die muur sit. So.
En dan die dansvloer, ja.
Dan kom die tafel so af. En dan so af. En dan hierdie hele middelste deel van dansvloer.
Oor dit gaan 'n U wees en 'n U. Dit gaan nie soos heeltemal om.
En vandag se trouwens net 220, so ek het vir Michelle gesê hulle kan nou 'n lekker tee kry. Hulle is nou 180. Ja. So dit gaan nou nog so 40 minder wees as vandag. Hulle kan nou nog so 4 tafels wegvat teenoor vandag. Ja. So as die mense arriveer en hulle kom in die venue en dan maak ons al die deure lekker oop. En steek 'n vuurtjie brand hier agter en alles. Ja.
Ai, kyk hoe mooi is dit hierso.
Stunning, né? Eintlik hier ook 'n paar foto's neem.
Dit gaan so exciting wees.
Hierso sal ons nou die Vrydag aand voor die troue met die wedding party sal ons nou snacks doen of 'n worsie draai of wat.
Die prys van roem en wie dit betaal het.
In 1967 toe my pa die eerste hart oorgeplant het ek hom verloor aan die wêreld.
En hierdie een hieronder is saam met Nelson Mandela. En hier's Lady Diana.
En ek dink so baie van die mense wat daar was gedurende die hartoortplanting is sidelined